Good afternoon. This is the Sonoran Desert National Monument. That would be Esperanto Peak over there. And I'm going to break here to talk some anime.
Ginrei, the OVAs.
During the 5 years that it took to release the 7 giant Robo OVAs, there were several long waits for its fans. Nature abhors a vacuum, and so do anime producers looking to turn an extra buck. So, Amuse Video produced some OVAs starring the Ginrei character, the popular pistol-packing spy from Giant Robo. The Ginrei OVAs are completely different in tone from the Giant Robo OVAs. They keep the same character designs and most of the same music. They use the same Japanese voice actors and even use the same opening animation sequence. But that's about it. Rather than dramatic adventures, these are light comedies, almost skits. They're often very silly and they're heavy on fan service. And they have different writers and directors from the Giant Robo OVAs as well. The first Ginrei OVA, Barefoot Ginrei, The Stolen China Dress, is a comedy. More a 20-minute omaki than a real OVA. For some reason, the opening caption says it's set roughly between episodes 2 and 3 of Giant Robo, though based on the conflicting moods of these two stories, you're not going to believe it. Mr. Alberto and the evil BF organization are out to rid themselves of Ginrei, whose spying exploits have thwarted them for years. In this OVA, BF now stands for Blue Flower instead of Big Fire, which may be a joke or not. To put an end to Ginrei, BF have created Dark Ginrei, a look-alike to infiltrate the IPO. The mystery starts when Daisak calls Ginrei for her shower scene, and she discovers that her china dress has somehow been stolen from her closet. Well, I did like the fact that Ginrei puts some tape over her webcam. It's also weirdly prescient because in 1994 computers didn't have webcams, built in or otherwise. We're still using VHS in those days. This OVA is directed by Takeshi Mori, who has also worked on such anime as Van Dread and Gunsmith Cats and Stratus 4, but notably not Giant Robo itself. He's given this story a silly comedic touch, and the actual plot under it is well hidden even from the star. Since these were made early in the Giant Robo series, the side stories creators probably weren't even aware of the secrets Ginrei would reveal later in the parent series, or her role in the Giant Robo finale. The second OVA, Steel-Armed Ginrei, introduces an equally absurd giant Ginrei robot to fight against BF. This huge fembot is anatomically correct and quite capable of inducing the classic nosebleed reaction in male characters, such as Giant Robo. This also features an unrelated night-out dining where the heroes of IPO go out to a restaurant and happen to end up in the same restaurant as the BF villains, where they'll meet and test their prowess against one another. That second Ginrei OVA was directed by Imanosuke Ida, whose other works include the 08th Mobile Suit Team, the Hellsing TV series, and Tideline Blue. But again, significantly not Giant Robo itself. It's more cheap childish jokes and cheap juvenile fan service. The third Ginrei side story, Blue-Eyed Ginrei, takes her and Tetsugu on an undercover assignment into the desert. A camel-riding Ginrei of Arabia, or something like that. Though it keeps plenty of fan service and silliness too, there's an actual plot to this one. If I had to watch one of these 3 OVAs over again, it would be this one. Unlike the Giant Robo OVAs, Media Blasters didn't bother to redub the Ginrei OVA's English soundtrack with their own voice actors. I guess they agreed with me that it wouldn't have been worth it, so they just kept the original USMC dub. So, not only is this anime poor, but the English voices are going to be different from the Giant Robo voices for the same characters. Overall, I give the Ginrei side story OVAs 2 stars. They're silly like any number of silly anime of the period, or the present. Unlike the Giant Robo series that spawned them, these side stories don't have the affection for the genre, or the characters, or the over-the-top attitude that makes Giant Robo so special. This is neither parody nor homage, it's just imitative dreck. The stories don't add anything to our knowledge of the Giant Robo universe or its characters. If anything, it debases them. It's sad to see a good dame fall in with the wrong crowd like this. The Ginray OVAs were included in Media Blaster's complete Giant Robo box set. When I took it out to prepare for this discussion, I found that the Ginray DVD was still shrink-wrapped, which showed how eager I'd been to watch it again.
Thanks for listening.